Hello, friends. It's great to be back with you again. Let us see what Samartha Ramdas Swami has said in his 169th shloka. Nase ant anant santapusava ahankara vistaraha nirasava गुणे वीण निर्गुणतो आठवावा देहे बुद्धीचा आठवून आठवावा. We should ask the sense about that which is infinite, the supreme reality, and before that we should completely root out the ego which is ever expanding. We should dwell on the supreme reality which does not have any qualities, and for that we first need to remove the memory of the body consciousness from our minds. Samartha Ramdas Swami explained about why we should be in the company of the saints, and then about how to identify the true saints in the last six shlokas. Now, in this shloka, he is explaining about what we should be asking these saints. Once we know who the real saints are, then how we need to be prepared before asking them something is also critical. We need to realize that the saints are one with God and fully devoted to God and have conquered over the Shadripus and are beyond the materialistic nature of this world. So, if we go to them and start asking questions about our wants and desires, our individual problems, or the questions about our family, like when will my health get better? When will I get out of these bodily pains? When will my kids get settled in their lives? When I will be able to buy a house? And so on, then they are not going to be interested in answering any of these questions. Rather, it would be correct to say that if someone starts answering these kind of questions and gives some guidelines on those, then we should question about their sainthood. Those questions are probably right to ask to the astrologers and psychics. Samartha Ramdas Swami says that we should ask the saints about the ultimate reality of the self and of the universe, about the Atma and the Brahman, the Paramatma, that which is infinite. He also mentions that before going and asking these questions, we need to completely root out our ego. Normally, we see that the higher the status of a person, higher is the ego. There are definite exceptions to this, but they are very few. Even in the temples and while meeting the saints, these high status people will get special attention and they will be in that mindset which is full of ego. In order to understand the supreme reality, the ego has to be completely shed out of our body and mind. Just like we remove our footwear before entering a temple, we need to remove our ego outside and then enter and meet the saints, to say the least. What is ideal is that we get rid of our ego permanently and not even take it back while we come out of the temple, in the same way as if someone stole our footwear from outside the temple. To cite an example, check out the YouTube video by Swami Sarva Priyananda, who is a monk from the Ramakrishna Paramahansa Mutt, when he gave the lecture at IIT Kanpur about defining God. In that, he explains what is Brahman as defined in the Taittiriya Upanishad, and that is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Then he explains each of these words and their true definitions further. Here is a gist of what he explains about Anantam. But in order to really understand it, as Samartha Ramdas Swami says, you need to directly hear it from Swami Sarva Priyananda or other saints like him. Anantam means that which has no anta, means that which has no limits, means that which is infinite. Limits can be of three aspects: desa, which is space, kala, which is time, and vastu, which is an entity. Limit of space means something having boundaries, like a city, a state, country, continent, earth, solar system, galaxy, and so on. The Supreme Reality, the Brahman, Paramatma, does not have these limits of space, which means it is everywhere, which means it is omnipresent. Limit of time means something which has a limited life, something which has birth and death, or something which is created and destroyed. The Supreme Reality, the Brahman, Paramatma, does not have these limits of time, which means it was always present and it will be always there, which means that it is eternal. Limit of entity means something which can be identified as an individual entity, like a person, a table, a tree, and so on. When we identify something as an entity, immediately it gets restricted to that only and does not belong in another entity. The Supreme Reality, the Brahman, Paramatma, does not have these limits of an entity, which means it exists everywhere, which means it is non dual. Hence, we say the Brahman, Paramatma, is omnipresent, eternal, and non dual when we talk about it being infinite, which is Anantam. Again, this is just a gist, and we need to learn it from the saints, and for that, we need to remove our ego. The Supreme Reality also is beyond any qualities or characteristics, beyond the gunas. It is nirguna. We need to understand that, and to understand it, we first need to clear out our memories and understanding, which is all around the body and mind awareness. It is like emptying a cup before you can fill something new in it. Unless the mind is cleared of all the false ideas, the ignorance, it cannot be one with the Supreme Reality. Friends, if you like this explanation, feel free to provide your feedback and do like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel A Dialogue with Our Mind. Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha.